My dear friends, we constantly hear from politicians, from social engineers, and the mainstream media moving stories about the poor and their needs. And there's no doubt that there are poor and there are very needy people. But in these stories, they tell us in dramatic terms and in heart-breaking anecdotes about the great need of the so-called underprivileged in order to justify coercive wealth redistribution by governments. But here's something you need to understand, and it is this: theft is never justified by necessity. You will find no portion of the Scriptures that will teach in any way, shape, or form that necessity, even the most urgent one, justifies theft. Because, and here is the philosophical biblical background, because such a perspective gives man's life priority over God's law. And that cannot be. You might have never thought of this because it is so common. But civil government is not excluded from the application of the Eighth Commandment. They are only allowed taxation for justly carrying the sword according to God's word. Everything taken beyond is theft in God's eyes, because the Eighth Commandment says, "You shall not steal," and not "you shall not steal except by majority vote." It doesn't say that. There's no qualification. There's no exception. You shall not steal. Whether you're a child, whether you're an adult, whether you're a group, whether you're a church, or whether you are the civil government. It doesn't matter. You shall not steal. That's the commandment. Governments all over the world, by threat of force, mainly, steal one man's property, keep a large part of this stolen property, and then give only a small part to another man who hasn't earned it in order to buy his vote and loyalty. In this, all parties are the same all over the world.